Hello, my name is Alexander, and this video is about PCR. What is PCR, you ask? Well, PCR is a polymerase chain reaction. PCR generates 100 billion copies of a specific DNA sequence in just a few hours, and this process only needs a test tube. Can't you believe it? First, you need to extract DNA from hair, body, or blood, or etc.
Hi, my name is Esteban. Now I'm going to be actually showing you the materials and procedures scientists use to perform PCR. Let's get started. Okay, so first, scientists need to extract DNA from either a skin cell, a hair follicle, or even a blood cell. So once scientists extract that DNA, this little DNA strand, they put it into a special PCR tube. Okay, so once they've put it into the PCR tube, they first need to add primer 1, which is a reactant. So primer 1, they take this tool and they extract primer 1 from the tube, and then they add it to this PCR tube. So they add it. Okay, now this PCR tube has the DNA and primer 1. And that's pretty much what we're going to do for the entire process, but with other reactants. So in this case, we're going to add primer 2. Extract it from the tube and then put it into the PCR tube. Boom. Okay. Next, we're going to add some nucleotides. Same thing. Extract a little bit from the tube and then put it into the PCR tube. Finally, we're going to add some DNA polymerase. Same thing again. Extract a little bit from it and then add it to the PCR tube. Boom. Now you have the DNA, all the reactants in this tube. You're going to put it into this special machine or a heater or anything called the DNA thermal cycler. Okay, so now you're going to set it in there in these little holes. Okay, it's in there, and then press start. Okay, now my partner is going to explain what happens on a molecular level in this process.
Hi, it's Alex again. Now we're going to go through what's inside of the PCR. So first, you know how you put your PCR tube with all the PCR stuff in it? Yeah. Since that's in the cycler now, first you're gonna set it to 95 degrees Celsius, and this causes the DNA to split, like they're having a divorce, like it's actually serious. Now, after this happens, you want to set the cycler to 50 degrees Celsius. Make sure it's Celsius. This makes the primers attach. To the DNA strands like this, and the primers attach to the separated DNA strands. Then after that happens, you're gonna set it to a whopping 72 degrees Celsius. Put it to that, and then this continues. This lets the DNA polymerase to attach to the primers like this, something like this. Then you have to then at the end of this cycle, the strands fall off again. Then if you continue, and then you just keep continuing these 3 steps on and on and on, and then about after 30 times of these cycles, you will have over 1 billion fragments, which is what you get after doing this process.
So remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
And that's PCR from Alexander and Esteban.